this is Adrian. Welcome to part 2 of this year's series. If you've missed last video or last year's series, then I will leave them in the description box below for you. That's a mouthful. Part 2 of the series are all of my unfinished series. They're all in a pile here next to me. These are all of the series that I have started but not yet finished, but only series that have been completely published. So all of the books in that series are now out and the series is done. I could potentially do another video for you about all the books that I am in the middle of where the series is not completely published yet. If you're interested, let me know down below. But without further ado, let's just jump right in. The first series that I am in the middle of is one that I actually started since my last series video, and that is the Daughter of Smoke and Bones trilogy. I have since read Daughter of Smoke and Bones, as well as Days of Blood and Starlight. I still have yet to read the last book, which is Dreams of Gods and Monsters. This series by Laini Taylor is sort of a paranormal romance between angels and the Chimera. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of what these series are about because it will take too long. I have a lot of series to talk about. But if you want to know more information about what I thought about these books, I'll leave the link to the wrap-up video where they belong to, if I have a wrap-up video for them, because I did skip a couple months. So I'll leave down below what I have. Next series is the Land of Stories series. Since my last video, I have continued on with the series. I had already previously read the Land of Stories Wishing Spell. I have since completed The Enchantress Returns, A Grim Warning, Beyond the Kingdoms, An Author's Odyssey, which we're currently in the middle of, that I don't have with me because I think it's in the car, and Worlds Collide, which is the last book in the series. So I've read 3 more books in that series. Not so bad. My kids and I really enjoy these. We read these as a family, which is really great family bonding time. This is a portal fantasy where 2 twins, Alex and Connor Bailey, are brought to the fairy tale world, and all the fairy tales have a slight twist. It's sort of like Once Upon a Time for children. I really love it. One of the best middle grade series that I have yet read. Next up is the Wicked Lovely series by Marissa Marr. I have to date only read the first book, Wicked Lovely. There are, I want to say, 4 more books in the series. I do have the next 2, Ink Exchange and Fragile Eternity. So I would like to continue on with the series. The only thing is with this one is I know that this one, the second book, has nothing to do with the first book. At least as far as I've been told. So I'm not really interested in reading a spin-off book or a companion book. But I do know that the third book has to do with our characters from the first book. So I'm sort of undecided about the series. Let me know what you think. Have you read them? Did you like them? Should I continue on? Maybe? Next up is another series I've started. I got to finish a whole lot of series, so I got to start a lot of new series this past year, which is very exciting. And that was the Wolves of Mercy Fall series by Maggie Stiefvater. I don't have the first 2 books anymore because I loaned them from a friend of mine and I've already read them. Shiver and Linger by Maggie Stiefvater. And this one is Forever. This is the last... No, I lied. There's a 4th book. I think it's called Sinner? It's called Sinner. And I would like to finish this one out, definitely. It's not on a high priority because this was sort of a average, not great, not fantastic, not quite as bad as Twilight, but not the best paranormal books that I've read. So I'd like to read it. I mean, I want to give her book back eventually, so I do need to read it rather soon, but not the highest of priorities for me. Unfinished series number 5 is the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. I'm not taking out all those books because my hands are not big enough to hold them. But since the last video, I have read 3, and these books are huge. So I think 3 is quite an accomplishment. I have since read The Assassin's Blade, Heir of Fire, and Queen of Shadows. I still have to read Empire of Storms, which by the time you are seeing this video, because I'm filming it like 6 weeks in advance, I may already have finished, hopefully, or at least started. And then I have to read Tower of Dawn and Kingdom of Ash. And then I'll be completely done. I hope by the next time I make one of these videos, I should be completely done with the series. That would be lovely. Oh god, these books are heavy. The next series is the Caledon Saga by J.P. Harker. This is a series that I was sent for a review by the author himself, and I quite liked them. I have read 2 of the 3. I have read Wildcat and I have read Leaping Wolf, and I quite liked them both. I have a spoiler-free review for Wildcat already. If you're interested, you can go check that out. I'll leave it in the description box for you. And I do enjoy them. I have 1 book left. I have Lion Cub. Technically, from what I've heard from the author, this series will be continued, but the first 3 can be seen separately from the second 3 that are coming out. So I definitely want to read this one, and definitely want to complete any new books that come out in this series. This is probably one of my favorite historical fantasies. This actually is a series that got me interested in historical fantasies. I really enjoyed it. If you're looking for an indie author, please go check this one out. If you like fantasy books, if you like historical fiction books, you will like these. I promise. They're wonderful. And the last unfinished series, this makes 7 in total, which isn't that bad, I'd say, 7 unfinished series, is The Remnant Chronicles by Mary E. Pearson. I had already read Kiss of Deception, but since my last video, I finally, it took me 2 years, picked up the Heart of Betrayal. As I was finishing that one, I immediately ordered The Beauty and Darkness. Hopefully I will get to this one soon. It's a bigger book, but I do really like the series. It's sort of a not forgettable series. I didn't forget about it. I definitely remembered what happened in the series, but it wasn't one that I automatically was drawn to. But when you do pick them up, they're fascinating. I loved it. Future me interjecting, I forgot a series. So actually there are, I think, 9. Now I'm 4 videos later, so I don't remember how many series I was at. But I also started the series that I don't know what it's called, but The Bear and the Nightingale. I read that one. That's the first book, and I have not yet read the second 2. I will be doing them on audiobook because I loved the audiobook narrator, and she did narrate, I know, at least The Girl in the Town. I'm hoping that she narrates the 3rd book, which just came out recently, which is why I forgot to mention it in my video. Anyway, continuing on to the previously scheduled video. Alright, those are all my unfinished series. If you enjoy my series, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know down below what is a series that you are in the middle of currently that you would like to finish. If you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and stick around for a while, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.